Crystal Wade here with Let's Wade In. So glad you could join us today. We are talking about how to make pearls. Now first, what is a pearl? Well, a pearl is formed within a clam or a mollusk. And it is formed when a microscopic object gets inside of that softness that's inside of the clam or mollusk. And so what they will do is, because that's irritating inside, is they will put a layer of nacre over that irritation, and they will coat it and keep coating it until finally there is something very beautiful and very valuable formed, and it's a pearl. Now, you know what a pearl looks like. You can see it behind me, but I wanted to show you these. These pearls were made by some women that are in very difficult circumstances, but they have beautiful hearts. And they formed this pearl bracelet and called it the Pearls of Perseverance. And they are indeed ladies of perseverance that are forming beauty out of difficulties. And so a pearl is something that is very valuable, that is formed out of something difficult or irritating. And did you know that there are more cultured pearls formed in the world than there are wild pearls? And what that means is people make cultured pearls. People are the ones who on pearl farms inject an irritation into the clam or the mollusk so that the clam or mollusk will produce a pearl. And that is exactly what our Father does to us. He injects an irritation into our lives, and what He is doing is forming cultured pearls within us. Okay? And so if you have an ongoing irritation in your life, and that may be a subject in school, that may be a teacher, it may be a brother or sister, it could be somebody, it could be anything. It could be a person, place, or thing that is an ongoing irritation in your life, and it doesn't seem to go away. Well, again, there are more cultured pearls in the world than there are wild pearls. So if there's an irritation in your life that's not going away, the Father is causing that irritation to come for you or I to coat it over with nacre and form a thing of beauty within, something that is very valuable. Now, I have a friend that is a teenager, and he went through a period of irritations where there were delays. There was a delay after delay after delay in his life. And it was irritating because he wanted to go forward. He wanted to get things done, and nothing he was doing was working, and he just was not being able to get forward, and there were a lot of delays. And what he did was, instead of coming in those irritations of delay with impatience and just having a fit because things weren't working out for him, he just kept steady, and he began developing the virtue of patience. And I saw this within him over a period of time. And I realized, and I told him, that the Father is developing within you the pearl of patience. And you know, we had talked about this before, that patience is the ability to bear up calmly under difficulties. And that is what he was doing. He was bearing up calmly under these difficulties in response to these irritations. And the Father was actually the one that was introducing these delays as irritations into his life, because the Father wanted him to form the pearl of patience, because patience is half of what it takes to get the promises. The other half is faith. So the Father wanted him to receive his promises, and the Father had brought these irritations across his path so that he would develop the pearl of patience needed in order to get his promises. So when the Father is allowing irritations to come into our life, He's not doing it just to irritate us. He's doing it so that we will have the opportunity to produce pearls. Now, I have another friend, and she's a grandmother, and she had a friend that was praying for her one time, and the friend saw a picture of my friend with a wreath of pearls on her head. Now, my friend has been through many difficulties in her life, and she's a woman of God. She loves the Father, and it was such a blessing to be able to see, an encouragement really, to see this wreath of pearls on her head, to know that each of those difficult things, each of those irritations that had not gone away, had produced something very valuable in her life, to the point that she had many pearls on her wreath. Many pearls that she has formed within her life. Those trials and those irritations did not just come and go. No, she had received something valuable out of them as she had responded with the Father to those irritations, okay? Now, turn your irritations into treasure. Turn them into pearls. Don't waste that opportunity. Coat them with nacre like the mollusk or the clam does. Now, how do you do this? Well, it's not as hard as it might sound, okay? The first step is to recognize that ongoing irritation in your life that just will not go away, the Father is introducing that to you so that you will form a pearl, something very valuable. So recognize that the irritation is from the Father to you for you to form a pearl, okay? Then the second one is to ask for His help. What do you need? Is it a delay like my friend had? Well, if so, ask for His grace to help you wait well. Is it a person who keeps bothering you? Well, ask for grace for the Father's love for that person. Because you know what, honestly, you and I don't have enough patience and enough love on our own. We just don't. We will run out. The difficulties of the day, not getting enough sleep and rest, all these kinds of things that we go through in life can drain us dry, drain our patience, drain our love dry. So you don't have to do it on your own. Ask the Father for His help. Say, help me, Father, deal with this irritation. Please give me the grace to love. Give me the grace to have patience. Okay? And He will do it. Then notice the change. You will find yourself feeling better. You will not be as irritated. As you recognize the irritation is from the Father and it's for the purpose of making a pearl, and as you ask for His help and His grace, then that process will begin coating the irritation with nacre, just like the mollusk or the clam does. And so you will find yourself feeling better, just like the mollusk or the clam does, when that irritation is now not so grainy and pokey, but it is soft because it's been being coated with those layers. Okay? So you will feel much better. And don't waste those opportunities to create pearls, okay? So remember, go with God and go for the gold.